If I put my username and the password, which I can click here to view it to make sure it's the same password that I've put. If I click login, it will tell me login successfully, and then it will direct me to this dashboard. And in this dashboard, I can always click sign out and it will take me back to the login. I can always return and put the same password, username and password, and the process can continue and continue. Today we're going to see how to create a simple user authentication function, and to get started with, we're going to define a directory in which we're going to create our application, and I'm going to create it in the same place that I did, so I'll just clear everything so that we start afresh, and I will explain step by step. So the very first thing you have to do is just to make sure that you have Stream in your system, and to do that you have to have Python installed in your system. And Python, go to any browser and maybe click and search Python download, and that will take you to the python.org website, which now from here you can go to the downloads, you download whether it's Windows or MacBook depending on your system. The next thing is just to install Stream, which we're going to use. And in this, you go to CMD, and once that pops in, you can write pip install StreamLit, and then you hit enter, and after that you will have installed Stream in your Python. The next thing is to write the codes. First of all, we are going to import StreamLit, and we're going to import it as st, just as usual. This is for importing the StreamLit library. The next thing is to define the various functions. We're going to define, first of all, login, and we are going to first of all put the title, and the title will be login. This is the title of the login page. The next thing will be to define the username, which we're going to write username equals to st.text, then there will be an input, then we're going to write username. This will be the input field for the username. The next thing will be the input for the password, which will be masked by privacy. So we're going to say password equals st.text input. Then we're going to write password. Then we're going to write type is equals to password. I made a mistake here, it's not a colon. Type will be the password, and then we're going to cross that. The next is the login button, which we're going to say the button is clicked. The button, then we're going to call it login. If the login button is clicked, then we would like to get the username and password to verify whether they are right. So we're going to say username equals, then let's give it admin, and password, let's give it password. If the admin and password is okay, is the same that we've defined up, then we are going to define like the sessions. So we're going to write st.session state logged in. We're going to set it to true. This sets the session state to logged in, and we're going to write st.success, which is the message that you're going to get for login in, login successful. This will show a success message. Then else, if it's not right, if the username and password is not correct, we're going to bring an error. We're going to say st.error login not successful. You can write anything, or we can just write, instead of this, we can tell the user maybe that their password and or username is not correct. So you're going to say invalid username or password. This will show an error message for the incorrect credentials. Next, we're going to define the dashboard, which we're going to define dashboard. And in the dashboard, we just like to have a title. I'm hoping that that is the right spelling of title. Then going to have it as dashboard. This defines the title of the dashboard page. Then in it we're going to write st.write so that it will display like welcome admin or welcome whoever is signing in or whoever assigned in. Still on this, we're going to have like a button which we're going to say if st.button, then we're going to give it sign out. If that button is clicked, we want to reset the session state to logged out. So we're going to say st.session_state.logged in. We're going to set it to false. This will log out the user. Then we're going to have a rerun script which we're going to take the user back to the login in page. So we're going to say st.experimental rerun. So next we're going to initialize the session state, and in this case first of all we're going to check if logged in is in the session state. And so we're going to say if logged in not in the session state, we would like to initialize it to false if not present, and in that case we're going to say st.session_state.logged_in equal to false, so that is set to false. Next will be the main logic, which will show either the login page or the dashboard, and in this case we're going to use an if statement, which in the first case we're going to see whether the user is logged in, and if the user is logged in we're going to take him to the dashboard, else we're going to take them back to the login page. So we're going to say if the session state dot logged in, then let's take them to the dashboard, and we have to verify that the same dashboard we wrote here is the same dashboard we're writing here. Then else would like to take the user back to the login page. So after that we can save, and now so after that we can just look around to see whether we made any error. And from the look of things, oh, we have this one error. That was not STS, it was ST, because we imported StreamLit as ST, not STS. Then after that we can save and then go back to our directory for running the app to see whether it's running. Remove everything, then write cmd and then hit enter. Where in that directory you write StreamLit, then tell it to run app.py. Then after that hit enter, and the browser should pop up taking us to the login page. Then after this we said our username should be admin and our password should be password. So after that we can hit logging in. We get this login successful, which we are going to go to the dashboard, and as you can see it tells us welcome admin. So this is basically how you can create a simple logging in form which you can authenticate with an authentication function using Python StreamLit. So if you like the video, kindly subscribe and give this video a like, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Until next time, bye bye.